It's almost, he goes, like, during the summer, he goes in, like, spurts of cuddles because I think he likes them to an extent, but also it's
Yeah.
hot. But
Yeah.
during the winter, he likes them to extent, but he's fucking cold, so he's
I
a
get it.
cuddle bug, and I'm like, I can't wait for winter just because of that one
I
thing.
get it because Rudo is a fucking snuggle bug in the winter, but in the summer, she'll lay near us or
Yeah,
like she'll lay on the couch next to us and stuff, but she won't like snuggle on us. And I'm
yeah,
excited for cuddle season.
for all the cuddles.
I'm excited for cuddle season.
Ain't that right?
Ain't
Huh.
that right?
You gonna sit on a box?
Some box.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Daruk loves sitting on boxes.
They like sitting in boxes more,
That
though.
too. Yeah, they love sitting in boxes.
I have
Oh,
one box for them in the living room that I can't get rid of because I think it's like perfect size for them. So they're all snuggled and they
every
use it all
time
the time.
every time we get a new big box or like box that they take enjoyment out of, we're like, well, I guess we're not throwing this out anytime soon.
It's your new cat
Cool.
bed because you barely used the one I actually bought you, but you love this one
We still
for
have the
free.
big box that their new litter box came in because they really like it. It's huge. It's a huge fucking
See, they
box. It's
don't
taking
like
up
the
a
big
big space.
ones.
It's taking up a big space in our living room, but I think they're officially bored of it. So I think we're
Yeah,
good to finally get rid of it
they're
because they
officially.
haven't been using it very much. So I think we're finally good to ex-nay that box A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't often. I mean, they don't really like the big boxes anyways, but I don't often give them a choice to like them until basically trash day.
Yeah.
Like you get
Yeah.
to hang out with it while it's here, but after that, it gotta go.
Yep. Yeah. Daruk is allowed to have 3 paper bags
Nice, very generous of
and
you.
at least
Sorry.
he's only allowed to have at most 3 paper bags. There was one point where he had like 6, and I was like, "This is ridiculous. We need to
Getting
throw
out of
these bags out."
hand.
Um, and then we always leave them a box of some sort, so they always get a box. Oh gosh.
I knew he was gonna love them. The cushions to
Oh,
our outside seating.
oh my god! What a cutie patootie!
I knew he was gonna love them because I put them there because they were in here anyways. So that's hilarious. I didn't
Oh
think he
my
was gonna
god.
go under it, but I should have expected. He
He
loves to
went
go
between
under
the
them.
cushions.
Magic snuggled.
Yeah, she snuggled in there.
I gotta
Oh my
take a
god,
picture.
I love it.
You better stay right there.
Be quick.
Henry. Because I know you know a lot about like cat. Like I feel like I know you try to learn their meows and stuff. And I read that when they slow blink at you, it
It
means
means
that
I
they.
love
So he
you.
was just doing that to me, and I got
It's
it
a
on.
greeting. It's a way to express their love. Yeah, you
So
gotta
Mark.
slow blink at them to show you love them.
Yes, Mark and I do it back to him, but he just was just so cute, and I got it on
Oh, look at that little
camera.
blink.
Oh, he's
Oh
so
my
cute. He's
goodness.
a good boy.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. I love his little spot on his right foot.
Did you
That's
step
so
in
cute.
something?
It's so cute. Like little white mittens and then just little spot on one of his toots. Oh,
He's
that's
got
so
really
cute.
cool stripes too,
I
honestly.
am
They're just very
so
nonchalant.
leaving. I'm leaving all of this in because I already hit the record button. I'm leaving all of this in for the beginning. The intro music starts after I say this is Chaos and Cats. I'm leaving all of this in. Just us gushing over.
It's so cute though, but also Henry is so photogenic. Let me send you a picture of Harley. She's a fucking statue. She looks like she is stuffed. She's fake.
I
She will
get
not
it.
let you be known. She is real.
Daruk is a bit more of a model usually than Toots.
Yeah.
Toots is very photogenic. She's very beautiful. Oh, look at her. She's so cute.
She is cute.
But Daruk, sometimes his photos just come out a bit more like he's
Mm.
trying, even though he's
Yes.
not, you
Mm.
know?
Of course.
That's great. Hi, hello. We're about 5 minutes into this recording, and this is Chaos and Cats. This is
Welcome.
I guess I'll introduce the podcast now. This is Chaos and Cats. Podcast with basically little to no structure.
Yes, we just say and do whatever we want.
Exactly.
Comes into those brains, which
Whatever comes
probably
into
shouldn't be
our wee
trusted.
little brains. Yeah.
After a long day, too, of work.
Yeah, usually after a long
Typically.
day of work and shit
So,
like that.
fried.
Yeah, brain not working no more. Oh!
He wants to be held. Oh, the prince is here.
The prince has arrived. So cute.
You know this little fucker? I got fresh catnip from Mark's parents, and I let it out. I let it dry, and I put it in a mason jar to continue to dry, and I put it in my office. I left my office door open for 5 fucking seconds, and he came in here without me knowing, and he ate all of it. He was sleeping for days. He's no longer on my lap. He's on the table because he thinks there's fucking more. You gotta go.
A fiend.
He's a
fiend. He's an addict.
got a problem. Jesus. And now you have none for the whole fucking winter. How does that feel?
Anyways, my name is Kaylee.
And I am Laura, and that was Henry that we are speaking about, the heathen.
Welcome. It took us a solid 7 minutes to get through that intro. But like I said, little to no structure. Well, anyways, Laura, how have you been?
I've been pretty good, I guess. You know, I've been feeling quite crabby lately, and I was tired yesterday, so I finally got like 8.5 hours of sleep, and I felt great today. So apparently, I need more sleep. So I'm not crabby, I'm just fucking tired. But today,
usually that is typically where the problem stems.
Yeah,
sleep.
It's a me problem. I love my free time, but I regret it every morning.
Problem.
It's true, and I accept it. I need to work on it. But other than that, everything's fantastic.
It's good. It's good.
Yes, I got put on anxiety medicine. Don't know if it's working, but we'll see.
What do you take?
No, it definitely has been helpful. Lexapro. Yeah. It says it's supposed to help with anxiety and depression, but I think it just has helped a little bit with my anxiety and is making my depression say hello more because now my anxiety can't.
I think my depression meds I'm on are also supposed to help with anxiety a bit. I could be wrong. I take fluoxetine. I can't remember if it's
Could be.
Hold on, let's hear. Let's see. Let's learn about
Mental health medication 101.
Prozac. That's right. I forgot it's Prozac.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was supposed to say the other one I haven't heard of, but Prozac.
Yeah, so it's for depression, OCD, bulimia nervosa, and panic disorder. So anxiety and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the one I've been taking. It's been working pretty good for me from what I noticed. I take a really low dosage, but I don't need a lot because it seems to have been working for me. And even my doctor said sometimes you don't need much. Sometimes you just need a little boost. And you obviously pay attention to the depression part, but if it's not affecting your depression too much and you want to keep moving forward with it, I don't know how long you've been taking it for. How long have you been taking it for?
Only for almost a month, so it's very, very new. And also, my period rocks my world, so that could
Yeah,
also be it. I can't
and
figure it out.
it takes about a solid month for it to
Mhm.
really be in your system, and that's when you're going to possibly notice any major side effects, if they're going to happen, is when it's really in your system and you've hit that
Yeah.
month mark, because that happened to me with the first one
I
that
have, an appointment, I think sometime next week or the week after for them to, like, check in.
Mhm.
It's like a online whatever and virtual, and I think I'm gonna ask for another dosage because it, like I'm less anxious in my daily routine. It's still kind of there, but anything outside of that, it's just my typical anxiety. So it's like I need obviously the medication can't do all of the work, but it's been helpful so that I can do my part for sure. So,
Yeah, and I mean, obviously everybody reacts differently to different meds. Like everybody's body processes these chemicals differently. But yeah, no. And if you find that you think it's working but maybe not, like yeah, talk to them about upping the dose a little to see if that's the problem. If maybe you just need a little
yeah.
bit higher of a dosage.
Yeah, because I have noticed a difference. Even
Yeah.
Mark said he's noticed a difference because we went to the mall this weekend, and he was like, "Wow, normally I feel like you'd be, like, so overstimulated and anxious and, like, not be enjoying your time," but it was great even though it was crazy there.
You know how
So I'm like,
I'll know when
"That's
it's working,
helpful."
folks? You know how I'll know when it's working? When she comes on here and she's like, I drove to this place that I've never been to before and I didn't freak out.
I don't know if that's
Entirely.
gonna
Not like but like, to the point that you normally do. You know what I mean? Like it might be at least a little easier for you. That's when I'll
Yeah.
know she's in a great place, folks.
See, it's my fear of crashing and dying or crashing and killing someone else that really freaks me out, so I and it's not always my inability to drive, it's other people are fucking idiots, and
Oh, I
also,
know.
I'm
Trust me. I
also
get
kind
it.
of a fucking idiot, so it's a
Yeah.
double whammy.
Yeah.
She goes, "Yeah."
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you,
So I feel like those
okay?
are valid worries, so the medication's gonna leave those alone, I already know.
It might lessen them a little bit, you don't
No, I'm
know.
sure, absolutely. Hey, also, I've been
That's
doing a lot of driving when since my brother's been here, we've been going places that I normally don't go. So, they're just not very far, it's just new places, just local still. So, it's a step.
it's a
It's a
step.
steppy step.
It is a steppy step. Oh my god, it's a steppy
It's a
step.
step. What the
Listen,
fuck?
I took a step, okay? It's a
You
steppy
look
step.
proud of me.
It's a steppy step with
It's a
steps.
step. It's a small one, but I'm proud of it.
Exactly, you should be.
Thank you.
Like we said, idiots.
I like it because sometimes I forget we're recording and I'm just being weird with you, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, people are gonna hear this." Awkward.
Oh
Got
yeah,
it.
people hear this.
Oh god.
That's fucking great. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Suddenly I remembered.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit. Oh, that's great. I was about to say something. It's
Well, now
gone.
it's your turn, like, how you be doing?
Oh yeah. Good. I mean, not I don't know, like you said, it's kind of the same as you. It wasn't too crazy. I don't know. It's kind of in a lull right now at work. Things are slowing down a bit from the summertime and small break before the fucking holidays come.
Oh, yeah, I forget that holidays kinda slam you. Oh, she's crying.
Slam me into a wall and choke hold me basically because it's a busy time of year.
She likes it, though.
I don't hate it, but I don't it's not my preferred way of getting slammed against a wall and choked, okay? It's not my
That's what
preferred
I'm
way.
saying. There's no
Listen,
way you don't have all
it's
those
not
tattoos
my
and piercings
it's
and
not
don't like being choked, like, psh.
Listen, that's a different situation. Okay? Different situation.
Nah, lines up to me.
I love it when my work slams me against the wall and chokeholds me just like my husband.
Reminds me of the good old days.
Well, I know what this episode's gonna be titled. Oh my god, I love it. But yeah, no, things have been good. Let's see. A lot, but not at the same time. It's like spaced out, you know, like a lot going on this year, but it's like spaced out. Let's see.
that.
I've got Nick's birthday coming up soon. I've got the bachelorette party coming. Oh, sorry. First, I've got another friend's wedding, September 9th. Then I've got the bachelorette party on the 16th. There's something else. I can't remember what. I'm pretty sure there was something else. Oh yeah. Before all that, I've got my nieces and nephew's birthday next weekend. It's like every other weekend there's something going on. Every other weekend I have something going on right now. I'm like,
and that also makes like it's like fun, but it makes the weekends also fly because they're also kind of pre-planned. So it's like
yes, exactly. So it's hasn't been bad, but a lot going on, and then shit's just too expensive, man.
I agree. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
And then you also get invited to all of these things, and it's like nice and wonderful, but also everything costs money in terms of needing typically a gift or some sort of whatever. And I'm just like,
they're getting a card with like $50 in it.
Hey, do what you gotta do. You do what you can.
Exactly. I don't have the extra money right now for that. As much as I'd love to. Like, I'm glad my nieces and nephew are as young as they are, because I ain't buying gifts. I refuse to buy gifts for them. I will buy them experiences when they're old enough and can, you know, enjoy it thoroughly. So, like, that's my plan. But they're very young right now, so that right now I'm not gonna be one of the people buying a bajillion gifts that may not even ever touch.
I totally get it.
Will take them to do things that they want to do as they get older and stuff like that. So,
I mean, that's kind of Mark and I's thoughts on our niece and nephew as well.
Yeah. I'd rather take them to do something that that's going to create like a core memory for them than just buy them another toy.
We brought our niece to Disney on Ice, and she lost her shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like something like that. Like I'd love to do that for my niece, because like I went when I was younger.
I will did not, but as an adult, I still liked it.
I will never forget one part of that night.
Mm-hmm.
One part of that. No, you're gonna love this.
Oh boy.
So, my mom got it for my mom took me, and it was just me and her, because obviously it's not like cheap to go to that.
Right.
So my mom took me. It was just her and I, and we went. It was really fun. I got a little teacup of Chip. I got my own little Chip teacup. It was super cute. Had a lot of sugar. Whew.
Of course.
We got back home, and my mom was laying in like the recliner chair we have, and I think I was cuddling with her or something. I was like laying with her, and I had my little Chip cup in my hand, or I think I was drinking out of it or something, and I just throw up everywhere from all of the sugar that I had like consumed that day, and like all the shit that I ate just threw everywhere. Up all over me, my mom, the cup. We couldn't get the smell out of the cup. Like, it was bad. I threw up. Oh, It was bad. That is a core memory.
Did your mom throw up? Jesus. That's
She raised
a core
4
memory,
kids.
throwing up all over my mother. I loved every second of it. Core memory.
Well, no, it was a really good night and it was fun,
Yeah.
and it's just tied to this really great experience of going to
Ended in
Disney on.
drama.
Yeah.
That must have been a colorful batch of throw up.
I don't remember, but I know it was gross.
Good, great.
I just remember throwing up. I think I threw up on my mom. Now, again, my brain could be changing the memory a bit. This was a very long time ago. I was very fucking young.
I'm sure your mom would remember if you threw up all over her.
This is
You
true. I'll have to ask her about that if that's what it was. I think I was laying on her or something. I can't remember, but I think I was with her and in the chair with her or something, and I think I threw up on her. I know I threw up. And I knew it got all over my chip cup.
That you then could not ever use.
Yeah, it was sad.
It's sad.
Oh well. Yep.
See, I want kids, but then I hear stories like that.
Yeah, and then there's stories like that where I'm like, nope, I'll fucking want them.
God forbid you get it all over the couch and or carpet. I would not lose my shit in the moment.
And I'm sorry.
But I would be forever
I'm sorry. I will be traumatized from the textures if it gets on me.
The smell. Mark like gags at like smelly dishes on occasion, it kind of cracks me up because it's not bad, but Mark's gonna gag so much with children. Puke, poop. It's gonna
That's
be
why you gotta adopt, and you gotta get them when they're old enough that they're not as messy and gross. Not as gross and messy. You're less likely to have those accidents. Yeah. Yeah. Adopt, don't shop. Oh my god, that's great. All right, well, I'm already like 30 minutes in, basically, so I guess we should start on whatever topics we have. I don't know if you brought anything.
I want to say kind of. We'll see how it goes.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's what the answer I'm sticking with.
Would you like to go
first? I want to
first?
get nobody's hopes up over here.
Would you like to go first? And get it out of the way then?
Sure. Because that's what my anxiety needs to do at the moment.
I think the thing I brought is pretty interesting, so.
So, stepping up the shittiest ideas I've ever had, coming on up, and then Kaylee's beautiful, thought-out stories.
I mean, don't give me too much credit because I thought of it and searched it and did it right before this, so I was like, I don't know if we're recording or not. I should find a possible topic.
It's true. I've been trying to look things up too, but I had a thought the other day, and
I love when Laura starts things with, I had a thought the other day. They're always so unhinged.
It was just like a topic, and I was like, that would so be on. I love the podcast The Basement Yard. They're the brilliant but so stupid people.
Are like, they make me think of us sometimes.
Exactly.
Love it.
So I had one of those ideas, and I'm like, this sounds like something they would do. So we're doing it. But first, there's a prequel that is not related in the slightest. But I went to they had this like festival that my brother wanted to go to. So we ended up going to the nighttime part of it, and it's like amateur metal. But honestly, a lot of the bands were pretty fucking good. There was this one female there, and I've never seen a female like screamer or anything in person in terms of like going to a concert. I've only ever seen the men. She was fucking incredible. Like her singing voice was great, but I'm like, I don't even know how that's coming out of such a little body right now.
I love female screamers because they have such a range usually. I fucking love it.
she was so badass. That was the first band we saw, and it was incredible. And then there were some other bands, they were fine. And then the last band, which is supposed to be like, if you go to any festival, the last
They're
band's like
usually
the
the
biggest
headliners.
band.
They're the
Yeah.
headliner usually.
And they were really, really good too. Mark actually really enjoyed a lot of the music because he likes metal anyways, but we brought my brother and he seemed to like it too. But amateur metal festivals in the middle of, I can't say the town because I don't have stalkers, but I don't want any. But it's like a ghetto town. So it brings an interesting crowd.
Yeah, I get it.
They were all very nice, but they had some funny shirts on. So I'm going to read you what I saw because I started writing them down. I started writing them down because there's no fucking way that I was not gonna. I was like, these are the shirts I saw tonight, and I told my brother and Mark, and they were like, what the fuck? Like, I'm doing this on a podcast.
I can't wait.
So there are only like 5 or 6 of them. But the first one I saw was put fucking weed in your butt. Like, just the back of his shirt just said put fucking weed in your butt. And I'm like, well, I don't know what good that's going to do, but
no,
I appreciate
to be fair, though. Hold on.
Yes, please tell me how this is normal.
Steal a great line from my favorite podcast. To be fair, though. One of the quickest ways to get alcohol in your system is to put it in your butt. So, because your butt, your anal glands absorb.
So do I
just shove a nug up there and find out what happens?
I see, but you gotta light it. So do you put the bowl in there
right.
and then
so maybe
light it and
and
try to with your
maybe if you were to do some sort of meltable like how you would make a candy
waxes.
But some form of like little oil and it melts and your anal glands absorb.
Gotta get a syringe for this. Okay. I don't remember. I know we're not using Patreon, but whatever you are using, this is the stuff we'll do for you. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we'll do for you.
We'll get the whole thing. Kaylee
for like $10,000. That's what you can expect on our Patreon page.
Per person.
Oh god.
So that's just the first one. I've got a few more. The second one must be a reference. It's not very funny, but it was very random. It just says kill yourself first. Like, kill yourself first. Okay. Huh. Who are you talking to?
Maybe it's like if someone tells you to kill yourself, like go kill yourself, maybe it's like a retort of like kill yourself first. Like,
I have a feeling that a lot of these shirts are like band shirts or something. So there's
they're probably a reference to something.
One said legalize drugs and murder. I can get drugs.
I have thoughts on that one, but
maybe not.
We can move on to the next one.
We'll figure it out. One of the lead singers of actually the headline band was wearing a shirt with a pickle on it with the circle and a cross on it, like crossing it out, and it says "I hate pickles." Got it. Where are you finding these shirts? Tell me.
I don't like pickles very much either. All right, I don't like dill pickles. I love bread and butter pickles, and I like other pickled things, but I don't like classic dill pickles.
So I will not be doing that. But the last one, the last one's probably my favorite because it literally doesn't make sense. But it's your pirate ship can eat a bag of dicks.
What do you got against the pirate ship? What's wrong with?
And how can it eat a bag of dicks? Also, it's a pirate ship. Also, are there even pirates anymore?
Yeah.
Can I meet
them? They're not like they're not okay. Wait. They're not like yo ho kind of pirates. They're like
it's kind of
gun to your head, like I'm gonna murder you or I'm gonna sell you into some sex slavery kind of shit. There are still technically pirates, yes,
They
but
sound
they're not
way
like
lamer than the
but they have evolved
one-legged
to
ones.
a different type than what you see in movies and stuff. Still
That's
brutal, still
very
gross,
disappointing.
still shitty, but I don't think we want to.
Way less badass it sounds. That's rude.
A bit more scary. They don't dress
Yeah.
cool either, so.
What do they dress like? If you're not dressed like basically in gothic
They
clothing,
just
then
wear
what are
regular
you doing?
clothing. They just wear
Oh, I'm
clothing.
not watching someone over here try to be a pirate in like basketball shorts and a tank top.
Yeah, I agree. They look dumb.
Well, you are frozen.
You froze too.
So, what face did I land on? Because yours was silly.
Yeah, yours was fine. Yours was good.
Oh, good. Well, that is my pre-topic before we get into the potential other mess I'm gonna make. But
we're making a mess now. All right.
I should have made more notes on this because I had a person in mind when I was thinking about this. Oh, no, I got it. Don't you worry.
Never mind. She got it, bitches. She got it.
It's how do you think celebrities smell? And I was thinking specifically of Jennifer Lawrence one time, and I'm like, God, she must smell like just straight peaches in the ocean or something. So we're gonna play a game, and I'm gonna just look up very, very popular celebrities so we all know them, and we're gonna guess on how they smell.
Hold on. There is totally, I think it's in Japan, of course.
Of course, they got the coolest shit.
They have there's this thing I saw a video of, and they have perfumes that are made to smell like what your favorite characters would smell like, so that you can know what your favorite anime characters would possibly smell like.
Oh my God, yeah. I want to have this job.
I know, right? That made me think of that. All right. So wait, are you telling me how celebrities smell? I'm confused.
No, I'm gonna search celebrities.
Hold on,
and we're gonna both give our put your fucking headphones back on.
Listen, I don't know why they're just being a pain in the ass today. All right, we're looking up celebrities.
Yes, ma'am. And then we are both gonna collab and see what this celebrity smells like to us in our brains.
What we think they would smell like. Okay.
Yeah. Marcus, leave me alone. You're We'll talk about this later. It was not Mark that this is about, but
a dick pic.
It's not, but it's about the same.
It's about the same. I can't wait. If you would like to get that content, you need to go and you need to subscribe to whatever form of platform we create where you can pay us for that kind of content. Thank you.
Definitely not. I will not be delving into this regardless of payment. So sorry.
I'll convince her. Don't worry. She sells feet pics. We can get it. We can make her do it. Don't worry, guys. Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
Stop whispering into my ear. I kind of like it.
Peer pressure.
Okay, done. It's happening. You got me.
Jed, get her, guys.
All it takes is the whispers of Kaylee's magical voice, alright? I do not have like a show-worthy voice. Yours is just profesh over there.
It's all the years I spent alone in my room with my imagination because I was such an introvert, and I just played pretend in my own head. Did my own accents, did my own shit.
I mean, same.
Practice a lot of vocal shit.
Like the actual tone, mine is just, especially after I smoke. I'm a real big man over here.
I was gonna say I have a lot of vocal range, surprisingly, and it's quite nice. I tried to practice it as much as I could when I was younger, but also I'm just a naturally loud speaker, and I think that really helps me in a lot of ways.
Yes, you enunciate.
Yes. It's funny, I didn't do theater. I was way too introverted, and I
See,
was
I did
convinced.
the theater
See,
stuff.
I was convinced everybody hated me. Nobody wanted me around, and
You
that
gotta
like
go to
I
the
was
theater
just
kids for that,
and
though.
that
That's the thing.
no,
That's what everyone feels in theater.
because I wasn't friends with any of the theater kids.
I
Like
know,
all
that
of
does
my
suck.
friends were like not theater kids, and so I was not close with.
Definitely emo.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen. I went through a hardcore emo goth scene. I went through all the phases. Now I'm just an elder emo goth kid that
It's true.
is a bit more goth than emo nowadays.
Hey. A little bit more goth than emo. It's the adult version.
It's the
Grew
adult
up,
version.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad most of the pictures of me in those times don't really exist anymore, because I like deleted all of my accounts,
Oh,
but I never saved any of
no.
my pictures. But I had the pictures, but the laptop I had them on got ruined, and so I was never able to get them. So they're just all gone. It really sucks. There are times where I'm like, I really want that picture of me with hot pink hair, but I can't find it anywhere.
Man.
Yeah, it sucks. Anyways, we're supposed to be looking up celebrities?
Yes, I did. And the first one I have chosen is Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. All right, he's gonna have a trace of cigar smoke, like a nice.
Yes, and mine was like the first thing I thought of was like leather. So I think they pair together well.
Like a nice leather, like cigar, maybe like something. I want to say earth. Like he'd be like an earthy, like
yes,
like earthy smells,
soil
like,
almost.
I didn't mean like soil, but
No,
but
like.
But I know what you mean by
rain,
that, like that fresh
smell.
Yeah.
Is that what we're choosing? I like it.
I like that. I think
you. Big fan over here.
You can slam me against a wall and choke me. That's fine.
Anytime, with or without the things that come out of your hands.
Either
honestly.
or, whichever one if you want to cosplay as Wolverine, I'm down. That's fine.
A little bit of everything. I'll take
it. Welcome to our kink cast.
Guess we had. I wish we had that ad going because it's already here.
It may not be too late.
This is true. We'll just shove it in there when it's
exactly.
time to shine. I'm trying to find a female to make it fun because I think I have an easier time with males.
Gal Gadot.
I don't know why. Oh, like
that's
Superwoman?
That's just the first female that came to mind. Let's do her. I
don't know her very well. Like I know Hugh over here, but
I don't know her as well either. But like, she just popped into my mind. She's a beautiful human being, and I'm just like, how would she smell to me?
Strawberry. And what pretend like smells of diamonds smell like? I don't think diamonds have a smell, but she's just very fabulous. So just the hue.
I feel like she'd have a very floral, like a deep, like one of those deep perfumes, like one of those perfumes where you like walk by someone and you're like, what the fuck are you wearing? You are sex right now. What is that smell? Like you are like, what is that smell? Like she'd have like this nice floral, like fruity almost, like, but like really like the deeper like florals.
I wonder what that would be. I'm trying to think of my repertoire of flowers, so that's not big.
I can't remember what this. Hold on, let me look up what's in this one perfume I have. I imagine she would smell like this perfume I have, honest.
You are cheating. This is imagination based.
No, I want the flower that's in it. There's I'm trying to figure out what the flower is that's in it.
I'm trying to sniff with my nose what she'll smell like. Feels quite personal. What are the big floofy ones? We have them at my house.
Floofy ones? I'm afraid I'm gonna need you to be a lot more specific than what are those big floofy
Floofy
ones.
ones.
Because, like, immediately I thought of a dahlia, but, like...
No. Gosh, what are they called?
Jasmine. I think she'd have a nice
Mm.
jasmine-y,
I can definitely see that.
and, like, maybe, like, a cocoa, like I'm saying, like, deep, like, to deepen it, like, maybe, like, a cocoa or something like that, like, just to deepen that aroma.
I agree. No, I think I will definitely switch
Maybe, like,
my thoughts to
coffee.
yours because she is also like she's very feminine, but she also is very badass, and I think that's where the deepness
Exactly.
comes from.
And that's where I kind of get that from. I think she'd have that, like, deep, almost like coffee, like jasmine, like just like this deep floral, like these deep
Yes,
aromas, these like really nice deep aromas. Like that's what I imagine she would say.
I can see that for sure. I like it.
I like it.
I think
I
we
like it.
nailed it. Well, I think you nailed it.
Thank you. I was like, what is the flower I'm thinking of? It was jasmine.
That makes sense, though.
Love it.
Mm. Let me know if one pops into your head.
Like I just did.
Right. But I'm trying to think of. I forgot his name, but I really like him. Have you ever seen the movie Red Eye with Rachel McAdams in it? God, what's his name? What's your name? The guy who's in Peaky Blinders, maybe? What's your name? I think he's quite attractive. Oh, Cillian Murphy.
I was literally about to say Cillian Murphy.
Yes.
He's pretty
Big
attractive.
fan. I say big fan to literally every single person who said thus far.
Maybe
I just am choosing my favorites.
Maybe this influence is because of the fact that I know he's in Peaky Blinders, and I know they smoke a lot of cigarettes in there, but I feel like he'd have a slight cigarette smell to him.
I don't know if it'd be cigarettes. I might go the cigar
maybe
route
cigar,
for him
maybe more, but something smoky, some form of smoking.
Yes,
some form of tobacco. Tobacco.
Yeah.
That's what we'll say. Some form of
Tobacco.
like a nice musky tobacco. Is that what I want to say?
I was also thinking of like kind of like books.
Mmm.
It sounds like a good book. I don't know, but I really love that smell, and he just. I feel like
maybe
that's
coffee,
where,
like coffee and like that nice tobacco-y and like but like that like just like a comfort smell. A comfort.
That's yes. I'm here for it. Anything that smells like books, including books.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
Emma
Watson. She would just smell clean, just like fresh, like and maybe like lilies.
Ooh, I like lilies, but I would have to counter that and maybe say Lily of the Valley.
Ooh, I like that.
It seems just like a little fancy.
Like I feel like she would just have this really like just clean, like just fresh, like smell, like Lily of the Valley, like just something really just like.
I don't know, like obviously it's cinnamon, but like those specific like cinnamon like little cloves. Have you ever gotten?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about.
Because it is cinnamon, but I don't know, it's a little different, but I also get just a hint. Of that.
Yeah.
Not much, not too overpowering over the flowery.
Wait, are you thinking it's gone? Because you're thinking of the ones that are like small, right?
Yeah, when I growing up, we used to do this art project. Right? I don't know. We used to do this art project where we'd take them and shove them in oranges, and it made this cinnamony, citrusy smell.
Star anise. Is it shaped kind of like a star?
No. Well, I mean, you'd know it when you'd see it because it's the stabby ones. And they're small.
Clove?
I believe so.
Yes, clove. Yes, they almost look like a stem. Yes, they almost look like a stem. Yes.
I appreciate you. Yes.
We got there. I needed to know which one. Because they're all different. They're all very different. So I'm like, I need to know which one she's specifically talking about. Yes, I could see that. Yes, I'm into it. I'm into it.
And if you ever want your house to smell amazing, especially during the holidays, because I feel like it's a holiday smell, is take a fresh orange, stab it with a million of those things, and it's amazing.
Henry just yelled. He
What
walked by. Oh, he walked by your door. He yelled and he walked by your door.
Henry, what are you doing? Oh, hi.
He's like, oh, Mom. He's like, oh, Mom's calling me. Mom is calling. Mom is calling.
Hi, baby boy. Thanks for joining me. Do you want to do maybe one or two more?
Sure.
What do you think Adele smells like?
Red wine.
Ooh. I like that.
And maybe like a rose, like red wine and like roses and like that's the kind. Like I kind of almost get like a romantic-y kind of smell from her. Like that's how I feel like she would have the smell of like red wine and like roses, like chocolate maybe.
I was just about to say like something's baking in the oven. Like it has to be obviously some sort of sweet treat. So it's just like
something sweet there. Like
that's a good one. Do you see her with a little bit of coconut or No,
that one's really not hitting me with her.
Yes, okay. But no, I do
in
agree.
Your brain, you think she would have a bit of a coconut.
It's
but if
50,
it's there
50 for me, so I was running it by you.
If I were to say it were there, it would be very light, like almost practically undetectable. Like it would be there just to help add a little bit of a zhuzh to the other smells kind of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah. I like that. All right. I want to think of another male celebrity now. Because now I'm finding all the female ones that I'm liking. Ooh. Let me smell the Ryan Reynolds.
I feel like he would just...
This one's hard.
I feel like he would just... I don't know. Just smell like sex. You know what I mean, though? Like I said earlier, when you like walk by someone and they just have that right cologne or perfume on, that when you smell it, you're just like, oh my god.
Damn.
Holy shit. I am suddenly attracted to you just by your smell. What is that?
I would take him for like the smell of like a fire, like an outdoor fire with maybe like, I don't even know if there's a smell to like something like whiskey or something, but it just gives like
I was gonna say like a cognac or like a whiskey or something along those lines. Like I was gonna say something along those lines because I know he has his own gin.
Yes.
But I could see him sipping on a glass of whiskey. I could see whiskey, like a nice scent of whiskey or something like that there.
I think there's just something else missing, though.
I know. There's like one that I feel like is right there, like in my head, but I just don't know what it is, but I can't pull it out right now.
I think it's another deep one, though, right?
Yeah, honestly.
Ooh, I don't know what kind of tree it is, actually.
Another earthy smell?
Yes. I don't remember what it is, but my grandfather used to give us these wooden, like little like treasure chest things as a kid. And there was other things that we've gotten, but that's the one I remember. But the wood that it was made out of, you'd smell it, and it smelled so good. I can't remember what it's called.
Oak? Mahogany?
No, it was
cedar?
One that I'm
just naming woods at this point.
You are, and it's not that. What are you doing, and where are you doing it?
I was gonna say, what was that noise?
I don't know, but I blame Henry for sure. But if anybody knows what I'm talking about, let a girl know, because I can't remember, and now I also just want that smell.
So we're going natural, earthy, like deep smells, like whiskey and things like that for Ryan.
Yes, that's what I'm
hearing.
Getting.
All right. I'm into it.
Well, that's what I have for y'all today. Thanks for playing that game. Next time we'll do it in a different way where I have to just come up with scents that I think a celebrity is, and you'll have to guess that celebrity. So it'll be a good time. What
Sorry,
are
Henry
you
just popped
doing,
up
sir?
suddenly. Henry
Where
just
did
popped
no
up out of
wonder.
nowhere.
I saw him at the corner of my screen too, and I'm like, "What are you doing, you crazy buffoon?"
He's crazy.
He is. You're feeling wild. You're looking for that kitty weed, honey.
That kitty weed.
You ate it. Don't you dare come over here. You're gonna light your tail on fire. Yeah, that's a candle.
Yeah, that's a candle.
I'll fight you for your own good. Don't make me. Well, he's behaving himself at the moment.
At the moment. All right. Well, we are about to take a hard left turn, like hairpin left turn. We are about to take
hard left turn.
Hard left turn.
Not a right. Okay.
Hard, like hairpin, hard as fuck left turn out of nowhere. This is so different from what you were just discussing. You froze.
You froze too, but I heard all of what you said, so we're gonna go.
Okay. Are we back?
You fucking dare. Get down. That's it. I can't trust you right now. Get down. Thank you. Bye-bye. So sorry. I had to scold the boy.
It's okay. I get it. It's hard. It's hard raising kids, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is very different from what you were discussing.
I'm excited.
So.
I'm scooting in. I'm excited.
We are talking about Tibetan sky burials.
Got it. Got it.
Do you know what a Tibetan sky burial is, Laura?
Not in the least.
Cool. I'm excited to educate you and the listeners on what a Tibetan sky burial is. I thought it was very interesting, very cool. So I am just going to read to you this article someone else already put a lot of hard work into to write out beautifully. So why should I just rewrite it into my own words? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to cite our sources. Don't worry. That will be linked down below. But it is wondersoftibet.com. Literally wondersoftibet.com. So, let us begin.
Yes, please.
Tibetan sky burial is a mysterious funeral practice that fascinates and sometimes intimidates people from different cultures. Your face. Sorry, your face.
Did you play the piano for dramatic effect? Like, what was that?
Oh, you want me to read it like that the whole time? All right, fine.
No, I do like it. I just was not expecting it. Do you have a piano?
I do, but I put it away because we weren't using it, so it was just taking up space.
What was that?
I can put piano music in the background.
No, I'm saying is what I heard was a dramatic piano sound. What was it instead?
Oh, I didn't hit anything. I don't know what you heard. I didn't hear anything. It was just like, da-dum,
and then you started, and I was like, whoa,
oh, maybe because I touched my mic a bit. I touched
Got it. I was like, whoa.
I'm like, what are you talking?
In this, but how did you do that? I need to know. I can't focus unless I know.
I was so confused. Oh, God.
But would you like to take it from the top now that I can focus?
All right.
I love this.
So, the Tibetan sky burial is a mysterious funeral practice that fascinates and sometimes intimidates people from a different cultural background. Although it might seem brutal at first, which it does seem a bit brutal at first, this tradition demonstrates, I did say that right, all right, deep love and compassion towards all living beings and genuine concern about the earth. So Tibetans believe that after death, your body is merely an empty vessel. So sky burial, therefore, is the last act of merit, feeding the body to the birds, eliminating what is no longer serving you, and at the same time, the practice poses no harm to the environment. So, historical background. That's where we're going to start. So during the early history of Tibet, when the main religion was Bon, the earth burial, or simply tombs were the most common funeral practices for noble Tibetans in the, and I am going to do my best to pronounce things to the best of my ability. I mean, no disrespect, but. So, in the Yarlung Sangpo Valley, there are still tombs of the first Tibetan kings. The Valley of the Kings is located outside of Sedang. The most prominent tomb belongs to King Songtsen Gampo. At the present moment, the tombs look like large hills from the outside. So according to Tibetan records, King Songtsen Gampo's tomb should be deep under the ground with several inner chambers holding various reliquaries, and artifacts made of silver, gold, and using various precious stone. Then came Buddhism. With the adoption of Buddhism in Tibet, other types of burials became more popular. The most commonly used traditions are sky burial, funeral stupas, fire burial or cremation, water burial, and earth burial. We'll talk about what a funeral stupa is at some point here, but that is further down. So there are 5 different common traditions that they use in Tibet. So we are going to talk about the Tibetan sky burial. So the sky burial is practiced not only in Tibet, but also in Bhutan, Mongolia, and some parts of India. Tibetans call sky burial Tenchak or Kilkor. Sky burial, sometimes also called celestial burial, is the main funeral practice for most Tibetans who died from natural causes. Tibetans use other funeral rituals when people die from infectious disease or poison that can be dangerous for birds or those who committed suicide. Its widespread use in Tibet is based on 2 main factors, practical and religious. So the ground in most areas of Tibet is deeply frozen and rocky, and that makes digging graves very difficult. So in addition, most of the Tibetan plateau is above the tree growing zone. So thus cremation, not always available for most people until basically like more recent years. So sky burial, on the other hand, is not only an environmentally feasible solution for Tibetans, but it also relates to their beliefs and religion. So the tradition follows the example that historical Buddha set himself. In one of Buddha's lives, his incarnation, Prince Sattva, encountered a hungry tigress with small cubs, and being unable to find food, she was ready to eat her own cubs, and he felt a very strong compassion for her and offered his own body. Tibetans follow the example and offer their dead bodies to vultures. So there are not enough carcasses of wild animals that vultures can eat to support their population. And I do know that vultures are actually dying off, and that I do know doing these burials has become a bit harder for them because the vultures are dying off a bit. And it comes down to the fact that vultures don't attack living creatures. They are scavengers. Yeah. So when there aren't a lot of wild animals around to scavenge, you're going to struggle to find food. So therefore, feeding the body to vultures provides an important source of food for them without any harm to living beings, basically. So for Tibetans, sky burial demonstrates the impermanence of the physical body. It is also a chance to make one more gesture of generosity by providing food to birds. So, how the sky burial is performed. The exact practice of the Tibetan sky burial might differ slightly depending on the region. As always, some people do things a little bit differently. And how busy the sky burial site is also plays a factor into it. What I'm about to read is basically just an overview of a typical tradition. So after a Tibetan dies, the family keeps the body at home for the next 3 to 5 days. And during that time, monks visit the house to recite prayers and also read Bardo Thodol, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, in English translation. The book explains what the spirit faces during the rebirth process. After that, the body is ready for a sky burial. The site of the sky burial is usually high in the mountains where vultures gather, and the site itself is often just a flat stone slab, basically. The area around is marked with hundreds of prayer flags as well, and the dead body. Okay. A bit of a description here. You want to, skip forward a little bit, you can, but it's not too bad. But this first sentence, I just read it and was like,
okay.
We are about to talk about a little bit more in detail of, the dead body's spine is broken, and then the body is carried to the mountaintops. The Tumden body breaker, that's what Tumden means. The Tumden, the body breaker.
Why does their spine have to be broken?
It might be to possibly make it easier to carry them up a mountain. Oh, I don't know, but let me just read this. I don't know.
Continue.
So the Tumden, or body breaker, burns juniper incense to attract vultures. Juniper. That, I think, is the smell I was thinking of that we couldn't...
For Gal?
No, for Ryan.
Oh.
Juniper. I could see juniper being a good smell. It's pretty sad that this is how I remembered it, but you know what? It is a good smell. Hey. So they burn incense to attract vultures, and he cuts the body and lets the vultures take care of the rest. So after approximately only 10 to 15 minutes, the birds leave only a carcass of the body, and then the master smashes bones with a hammer and mixes it with sampa, which is roasted barley flour, and mixes it with Tibetan butter tea. Vultures, as well as crows and hawks. Your face. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh at this. Laura's face.
I have an expressionate face. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, they don't go into that Tibetan, but what happens with it after that, they don't tell me.
After the tea?
Yeah, they don't tell me what happens with it after they mix the crushed bones and roasted barley flour and mix it with tea. I don't know.
At least clean the bones, if anything. Oh, God.
Listen, this is an overview.
I was here for it until maybe the drinking of the bone tea, but other than that, you may continue.
We don't know. We don't know. This is just an overview. These aren't the full details, okay? We can try to look it up after, but...
Got it.
Vultures, as well as crows and hawks, finish every piece of the body. It is a bad sign if vultures don't finish eating a body. The Tibetans believe that it is a result of a person's bad deeds if the birds don't finish you.
Because they make sure that there's no poison
if someone has
in it. So
they make sure that the people have died of natural causes. So there's really no reason for them to not eat the body.
Yeah. Wow.
So
I've always liked vultures, honestly.
They're pretty cool.
People would always be like, "Ew, those are so."
They're creepy.
I'm like, they're so
but they're cool.
badass,
they're
right?
Cool.
Come on.
Cool. They're pretty cool. So family members do not attend the ceremony. They stay home and pray. And during the next 49 days, the family will request prayers from the lamas. According to Bardot, after 7 weeks, the spirit will be reborn. And the lamas is like the Dalai Lama.
Right. After I reacted, I was like, oh, wait.
Yeah. Don't worry. When I first read that, I was like, the llamas?
The llamas?
I had the same reaction. I was very confused. So there are
they're reborn in 7 weeks? That's quite a quick turnaround.
Yeah. Takes 7 weeks, and then the spirit is reborn. So there are many sky burials in Tibet that happen quite often. A lot of people die. While traveling on the plateau, your guide will so this is talking about sky burial sites in Tibet. So Your guide will point out some of them, however, they are hard to see as all of them are high in the mountains. Also, foreigners are not allowed to visit the sky burials and watch the ceremony. There's a reason for that. We will get to that. Some of the most famous sky burials are near Dragontil Monastery, Pabonga, Pabonka, and Sarah Monastery, and Larungar in eastern Tibet. I did my best.
You did great.
If you are traveling to Mount Kailash, you will see one of the sky burial sites from a distance on your first day of walking around the mountain. And there is an old, no longer active sky burial site opposing Drak Yerpa Hermitage that you can visit. It is also a great place to view the panorama of the entire temple complex. So if you ever get to go to Tibet, you can at least go and view them from the distance. So, watching and recording sky burials. And part of the reason why they basically don't let foreigners participate anymore. So previously, tourists visited some Tibetan sky burial sites and even recorded the ceremony. But unfortunately, some of the people who watched these videos didn't understand the cultural significance of the ceremony and made disrespectful comments. So the government decided to close all sky burial sites for visitors starting from 2005. Any organization or individual are not allowed to watch, photograph, and take videos of the scene of the burial activity, publish photos, videos, or any recordings, reprint text, pictures, and reports related to the funeral activities through newspapers, magazines, books, radio, film, television, and other media. And you are also not allowed to use a sky burial platform as a tourist attraction for visitors. So for Tibetans, it is an intimate process. So we need to respect their culture. Not just because we live in the current century that we live in does not mean that people can't still hold on to certain forms of their culture and still practice certain things that just because to us it's weird and different and maybe a bit brutal, that doesn't mean that it's not special and intimate for them.
Right, and I think you should also be aware enough to know yourself, because I think this is really cool and I can understand the
Exactly.
symbolization
I
and
knew
the
you
like,
would.
but the thing is, I could not be there and watch
No.
it because I wouldn't say necessarily anything mocking, but I would probably freak out.
I would not personally want to see that.
I don't know how
love the idea of it. I think it's fantastic. It's like they said, a great way to give back to the earth.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry,
also
but
birds are my fave, so, like,
love
give me to the
birds. They're
birds
great.
at this point.
But like my thing with it is like I think we're wasteful as fuck with land with cemeteries. Like I really don't think we should have them in the way that we
Nope.
have them. I love the concept that like Japan has where you can they have spaces where you can go and you can rent a little box and you can put like an urn and you can put like memorial pieces in there. It's kind of like a little shrine thing. Like you can do
It's
something
like
like
your own little
that.
private space, so it's still for
Exactly.
their
Like
loved one.
there's usually a bunch of others like around
Right.
too. But
Yeah.
it's like a small little space where you can go, you can grieve, you can pay respects to them when you want to pay respects to them and stuff like that. But it's saving space and not taking up a bunch of land that we could use for other things and also not poisoning our land with the things. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I digress. Be
I mean, I
respectful.
think it's really cool. I mean, I've always wanted to go because obviously we don't really get these options per se in America.
Yeah, there's
So
very
you could,
few selections that you
yeah,
get to make.
and I've
And in
always
some way,
been
shape,
the
or form, you're going to
cremation
get charged
selection.
out the ass no matter what you pick.
So, hey, cremation a lot cheaper also.
It's like, no, my friend who's who's going to school to be a funeral director would tell you otherwise. It is one of the cheaper options, but it is still like
Right.
thousands
Oh,
of
it's still
dollars.
pricey, but it is
The
cheaper.
cheapest is basically getting buried in a sack.
Sounds also good to me. What is the point? I'm fucking dead.
That's why I think this is really cool. I'm sorry, but I don't need this meat suit anymore.
No. And giving it to the birds or putting me in a box in the ground is gonna have the same effect. I'm dead. So
Yeah, like
don't spend your money and
Cut me
help
open,
the earth.
lay me on a
And,
slab of rock, and let the birds have at it.
the only thing is, I wouldn't want that person's job, but other than that,
Nah,
we're
that's
good.
not for me. That's
No,
not
it's
for
not
me.
for me, but everything else, I'm
But I
down
love
with.
it. I love what you're doing. Listen. I love what you're doing, but it's not for me.
It's not for me, no.
It's
No,
not for
honey. So sorry.
But no, I absolutely love it. I think it's really cool, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to share it with you, because I learned about it from my friend who's going to school to become a mortician and everything, and she told me about it first, and then I learned about it in one of the podcasts I listened to, Obituary, and they talked about it, and so they reminded me of it, and I was like, I need to tell Laura about this.
Yes.
Because I know Laura will think this is really fucking cool, so I wanted to share it with you.
Well, I
But
appreciate it.
that
It's really fucking cool.
Is the Tibetan sky burial.
I'm here for it, honestly. Also, I guess I don't know the map very well, so I haven't honestly given it a thought.
Hold on, I got you. Let me.
Well, I know it said Tibet is very cold and has a lot of blah blah blah, and it makes it hard to dig graves, but I don't know where I was placing Tibet in my brain, but I don't know if I was picturing it cold.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Like I said,
I wasn't really picturing it either until I was like
map
reading.
skills, not great.
It is.
Took geography.
Okay, so it's
didn't do great at it.
Between China and India, basically. So it's like between China and Nepal.
Now I need that like in relation to almost the United States, like the whole map, because that looks fairly close to the equator.
You don't know where
right?
China is?
No, I do, but that's what I'm saying.
There's Russia right there.
That's what I'm saying. Why is Tibet so fucking cold? Because that looks quite close to the equator.
Right there.
Russia's way the fuck up there, all the way past China, and
I don't know
that other one is.
On the mountains is where it's cold. Mountains are fucking cold. I don't know what to tell you.
Are they a mountainous land?
Yes, I just told you that it's a mountainous land.
No, you said it had mountains. So does Massachusetts.
I hate you so fucking much right now. If I could reach through the screen and smack you, I would smack you. I would throw you against the wall and choke you. And not in a good way, goddamn.
Oh, can you also whisper to me? Because I'm still a fan.
I'm sorry, what was that? Did you want me to whisper? Did you want me to whisper to you that I'll slam you against a wall and choke you?
Yes, thank you. Now it's
recorded what you
forever.
Wanted? Is this what you wanted?
This is going on our podcast, so I get to listen to it whenever I want. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, ruined it for me now.
Oh, that's fucking great. I was finding.
Hey, vulture. How you doing? Wow, that's a lot of vultures.
Well, yeah, it says the ground in most areas of Tibet is deeply frozen and rocky. Most of the Tibetan plateau is above the tree growing zone.
Oh, gotcha.
Pretty fucking high up in elevation.
Quit so fucking high up.
That's why it's so fucking cold, is because they're so high up in elevation. That's part of the reason why it's so fucking cold.
And poor vultures, they got bald head. How do they stand it? Oh. Maybe that's why they're dying off, all right?
Okay, I want to know what Sampa is. That's the T thing. We're going to see if we can figure out what that is. I want to know.
I'm glad I'm on this journey with you since you're sharing your screen.
Oh, hey, I forgot.
Staple food stuff? It says bones are honey.
Sky.
And given to crows and hawks.
Crows and hawks that have waited for the vultures to depart. Okay,
that's what it was talking about when it talks about the crows and the hawks.
They turn it into a type of bread and feed it to the birds, because it is a bread type. Yeah, it's a bread. It's
a
basically
bread,
like
but
a type
that
of
one
bread.
specifically with bones in it.
And they use the leftover bones to give it to the birds because, I mean, bones probably do have some form of nutrient in them
Oh,
that birds
yeah.
can get. Because I do know birds,
And they
it's really
have
good to
they
give them things like cuttle bone and stuff like
right.
that. So I know that bones are really good for them because there's certain minerals and shit like that in there. So that's great.
That is really cool.
They do
I'm
not
glad y'all
consume
aren't
it.
drinking it because that was
Well,
questionable.
you can't drink bread.
Well,
They
it
just
said
left
something
out the
about
part.
having tea in there, and I'm
Yes,
like,
they
oh,
because
what?
they mix it. So they mix it with sampa, and then they explain that sampa is this bread. Basically, they said sampa is roasted barley flour and mixed with Tibetan butter tea.
I
It's
only heard the
flour.
tea part because
Yeah, no. So they're making some form of bread that I had gotten, but I was like, are they
I
fucking
had
consuming this shit?
either way, I'm scared, but I'm glad that the vultures, I mean the crows and the hawks are
Yeah, so they
the
just take
ones
the rest
consuming.
and
Yeah.
feed it to all the other burbs.
That must be a wild job to have.
Oh my god, seriously. Like,
Not
could
only
you
do you have to
imagine?
carry a body up a mountain, maybe there's ways, they maybe have, I don't know, but then you gotta slice it open, watch them consume it in 15 minutes, and then beat the bones to pulp, and then make bread out of it.
And then go take a lunch break.
Yeah, I think that's. You'll have to ask your friend who's trying to be a mortician if this is something she would ever feel comfortable doing.
She would.
She would? Slash.
Yep, so the reason why their spine is broken is for transport. I was correct. It is to make transport easier. So they probably have to, like, fold them up so they can make them a little bit smaller, put them inside something to drag them up the mountain. You know what I'm saying? So.
Got it. That's a tough job, man. But we appreciate you. I'll be coming to you when I die. Well, I'll be hoping that people that I know will come to you when I die.
Oh, that's great. Just get it
Bring me
written.
to Tibet.
Just get it written in writing and get it all paid for and taken care of, like, ahead of time, and they have to do it. You're good.
My
Get it all
mom's gonna be
legally
so
done.
pissed if I die first.
Hey, you'll have your funeral plans done out for her at least.
This is
So
true.
she won't have to stress about it, you know?
Yes.
Do your families a solid. This is Kaylee's advice today, okay? Before we close out this fucking podcast. Do yourself and your family a solid. Even if you're not gonna die anytime soon, like you're not planning on it, we never know what could happen in life. Fucking take care of your funeral shit as early as you can. That shit's expensive. And it falls on your family when you die. Like, when you die, they're the ones that got to pay for it. So, like, if you go in and you buy your plot or whatever it is you're going to do, you get it all in writing, you get it all legalized, you can pick your funeral home, you can pick your funeral director if you want. Mine's going to be my best friend. It's going to be great. If I die first, she's taking care of my body. It's already been agreed upon. You know, you can get it all in writing, get it paid for, taken care of, and then if something happens to you, your family doesn't have to go through an extra piece of stress and trauma of also trying to get the funeral taken care of because it's very expensive. And that is sadly when your family is taken advantage of the most because they are in a time of mourning and making all those choices is really hard. And that is when they're gonna gouge the fuck out of your family, and it's just get taken care of beforehand.
Definitely.
That's something I've been looking into and like trying to get those things taken care of at some point, or at least start looking and researching and getting those things figured out. Because be surprised, there's a lot of people that go and just pre-buy plots. There's this woman that they were talking about on the podcast Obituary that I was listening to, and she literally pre-bought her plot. And she has her headstone in place, written out, everything. All they have to do is put the date that she died in, and it's already paid for the when she dies for them to go and put it on the stone.
I don't know if my mom has the stone, but my mom has like plots already picked out for her and my stepdad, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. At the very least, getting things like that taken care of, like, you know, getting some of the bigger things taken care of for it'll be a peace of mind for you because you know it'll be all set and taken care of, so that if anything happens to you, you know your family is all set and taken care of, and they can just fucking mourn. So yeah. But yeah, this was an interesting episode.
Very.
Talking about band teas and what
How
celebrities
smell.
what we think celebrities smell like.
Mm-hmm.
And
on a good day, of course.
Yes, naturally. And Tibetan sky burials. So
I'm here for it.
You know, I hope
and then
you
we had
all
some Henry action. In the beginning,
crazy Henry. Henry was crazy.
Henry's been wild today. He needs attention.
He does. It's okay. If Ruta needed attention, she'd just be in here screaming at us. So, but yeah, if you guys are enjoying, which how can you not be at this point? At this point, I think we're committed to each other. So just admit it, you know. Hit the follow. You know, give us a rating of 5 stars, preferably. That would be appreciated. On Apple Podcasts or wherever you can rate, review, all the fun things. You can also follow us on all the things, Instagram, Facebook. No, not all the things. That's all we have. And then we do have a YouTube account as well. Yeah. No video content yet. I don't know if we're ever going to have video content on YouTube. We're probably going to make you pay for that. Which actually, there are subscription options on YouTube. Who knows? Maybe it will go on YouTube at some point. But at this point, there is no video content yet. You got to wait for that. We're working on that. Don't you worry. But follow us. All right. You can follow us on Facebook. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I knew we had another one in there. We just haven't uploaded anything on there yet. Don't worry. We're working on it. All of those are at Chaos and Cats Pod. And then YouTube is at Chaos and Cats Podcast. We also have an email, which is chaosandcatspodcast@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, for some reason that you feel like you need to email us, you can do that. Otherwise, that's it. That was the episode. I hope you feel well informed on the things that we brought to you today.
The knowledge we hold is impeccable, honestly.
You've truly gotten to know us better. And our stupidity, and truly see that we're just here to fuck around.
Yeah, just to have fun, you know.
So fuck around and find out with us.
And, or else. So
yeah, or don't. I guess.
No, definitely do. Or else.
Or we'll slam you against a wall and choke you.
If you want to get real kinky, I got all sorts of weapons, honey.
I got swords. I got knives. I got handcuffs. I got a whip. I got the things.
I have a taser if anyone.
All right. Well, with that is it. That's the episode. Have a good day. Good night. Good morning. Bye. Whatever time it is. Bye.